Hi, this is Aurora from superchargedmath.com. Now, if you're having a hard time with math, you're in the right place because this is where we take the challenging math concepts and we make them easy. So if you want to learn math the easy way, just visit superchargedmath.com. Okay, let's get started.
Hello and welcome to Percent. We are also covering business math and personal finances. So if you are excited about learning how to handle numbers in a way that will make sure you have enough money at the end of the month. Okay, so for today we are going to be talking about percent, so let's get to it. A percent is, read this word, percent is a what? It is a fraction that the denominator is 100. Look, we like 100 because that's a number that's really easy to work with. So now I'm gonna take this away. 6 over 25. Is that a fraction or a decimal? That's a fraction, very good. Okay, now, what do I need to multiply the bottom by to get to 100? What do I multiply the 25 by to get to 100? You can show me with your hands, those of you who've got your videos on. Yep, what do you think? What do I have to multiply? 4, right? That's not a hard one, good. Now, can I just do that, or does that change the problem, or do I also have to do it on top? Yes, I do. I have to do it on top, don't I? So I can, do you notice how if I have 4 over 4, what does that mean? 4 over 4 means the bottom number is the number of divisions. The top number is how many of those divisions we're talking about. So if the numbers are the same, that is one whole unit, which is 1. You can multiply numbers by 1 all day and nobody cares. You won't change the problem. It's not a big deal. So just be on the lookout for that. So what we're doing here is this is called equivalent fractions, and you learned this quite a while ago. Equivalent fractions, and that just means we scale a fraction up. So if I have a fraction 6/25, and I say what's the percent of that, you're like, I have no idea. If sometimes you can scale up the bottom to be 100, do you see how the top number, 6 times 4 is 24? The top number, so this is 24 hundredths. What that means is that top number is the percent because the bottom is 100.
Now, before we move on to the next example, I just want to share something for parents who see their child as being overwhelmed with math, but they're not quite sure what to do about it. Now, in the video that we're watching right now, your child is learning math in a much more natural way that fits with how they think. And if this is working for them so far, I'd like to invite both you and your child to join me for a free online class that they can learn math like this, just like we're doing in the video. To register for this class at no charge, just click the link below in the descriptions, or it's also in the comments, or you can simply go to getmath.net/class. Getmath.net/class. All right, let's continue.
How much is 1/2? Now, most of you know the answer to this one right off the top of your head, but pretend you didn't. What do you have to multiply the 2 by to get to 100? 2 times something is 100. 2 times, yeah, you guys are already giving the answers. Okay, 2 times 50. So top and bottom, 50. 1 times 50 is 50. Because the bottom is 100, we rip the top off and we say, hey, 1/2 is 50%. 50% off, that's half the price. Good, okay. So you're kind of seeing how this goes, yes? Okay, so what if I say this, 6/10? What would you do here? Can you give me the percent? Can you do this one? Yeah, you'd scale this up. What would the bottom need to be? Yep, the bottom would need to be 10, and then the top is 10. So what do you get here? 10 times 10 on the bottom is 100. What's the top? 6 times 10 is 60. So this is 60%. Good. Okay. So if you remember from equivalent fractions, just going back really quick, we could multiply it by other things too, right? Like if I had 3/4 and I said, let's multiply it by 5 over 5, that would be okay. What do you get here? 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. So you see how we can scale them up to be different? Now, in this case, it's not 100, so we can't rip off the top. Yeah, we can scale that up. We can also scale it down. If I said 66 over 55, what number do you see? If I said 66, 55, what number is hidden in here? Yeah, 66 is 6 times 11. 55 is 5 times 11, right? This 11 over 11, because everything's multiplied, this is 1. So I can say, let's divide the top and the bottom by 11. 11 over 11 is 1. That gives me a 6 on top and a 5 on the bottom. So I can reduce fractions and I can scale fractions up. Okay. So are we good so far? All right, we're going to put some of these pieces together. Good. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up. Excellent. Okay. Great, great, great. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn about this idea about cross multiply. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you about this page. Okay. So here on your page, these are just some notes of what we were just talking about with scaling up. Okay. And then, do you see this part here? Okay. So let's take a look at this one really quick. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 possible on this side, so the 10 goes on the bottom of this fraction. And how many are shaded? Goes on the top. So I have 6 over 10 is here. Wow, I wrote that really small. So this is 6 over 10. There we go. This one is 100 blocks. Okay? And so this is the halfway mark, so that's 50. And then this is 10 more. 10 plus 50 is 60 out of 100. 6/10. Do you notice how this shape is the same as this shape? So that's what we mean. So when we are doing equivalent fractions, we're just putting more divisions in the shape that we have. Okay, so this is 6/10. This is 60 over 100. Okay, and in either case, it's because this one's over 100, the percent is 60% of the image is shaded. Okay, you try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how would you write the shaded part as a fraction? There's 4 blocks. One of them is shaded out of 4. Okay. Notice how this is same size and shape as this one, but now we just divided it up. This is the one we did together before. So if we multiply the top and bottom by 25, we get 100 on the bottom. And then if you count up all these, I'll tell you right now that there's 25. 25. Because the bottom is 100, we can rip the top off and say, okay, 25% of each image is shaded. 1/4 is the same as 25 over 100. We just drew more lines here, and that increased. That's what we did when we multiplied by 25 over 25. We increased the number of divisions, okay? But we didn't change what was shaded, okay? So instead of 1 box, now there's 25 boxes, okay? But the number of boxes here has changed from 4 to 100.